So, good morning. I'm Dave. I will be your doctor for today. And what's your name?
My name's Addie.
Okay, Addie. So, what brings you here today?
My mom Nora was recently diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and I would like to know more about it. I did find the general symptoms, which are sleep problems, memory problems, mood changes, and increasing confusion. And however, the rest of the information were hard to understand. So, could you please explain it to me so I could understand it better?
Okay. So, Alzheimer's is the most common cause of dementia. So, it is a reversible, progressive brain disease that slowly destroys memory and thinking skills, and even the eventually to carry out simple tasks. It is associated with aging, but it's not a normal part of aging.
So, what happens in the brain?
So, it occurs when there's two abnormal protein fragments called plaques and tangles is built up in the brain for Alzheimer's patients. So, first I will explain to you the main cause of plaques. So, the main cause of plaques is it's happening in the cell membrane. It is the one of our key concept. So, and for Alzheimer's disease, it is this protein, the green one, is sliced by this red one, which is the beta secretase. For normal people, the first cut is made by this violet one, which is the alpha secretase. The comma is the second cut for both the normal and the Alzheimer's patients, which is for people with Alzheimer's. The second cut is short fragments, which is short fragments of APP, and which result to this clumping, which is called the beta amyloid. The beta amyloid proteins, it clumps together and it blocks the cell-to-cell communication. So next is our key concept for cell-to-cell communication, the normal homeostasis. So for normal homeostasis, if it blocks the cell-to-cell communication, it will result to the death of the cell. And it seems that the beta amyloid peptide is triggered the immune reaction that caused the destruction of disabled nerve cell. Okay, and next is I'm gonna discuss the cause of the neurofibrillary tangle, which is made up of tau proteins. So this tangles is built up of the called tau. In the brain, it has a network of tubes that acts like a channel for molecules. That's the main purpose of tau proteins. It holds the micromolecules, the microtubules. And usually, tau proteins ensures that these tubes are straight to allow molecules to pass through freely. But in Alzheimer's disease, the protein collapses into twisted strands of tangles, which disintegrates the tubes and obstruct nutrients from reaching the nerve cell, leading to cell death. So again, our key concept is normal the homeostasis. So if there's no protein or nutrients going to the nerve cell, it will cause the death of the cell.
So, what causes the symptoms of Alzheimer's?
Okay, so for the proteins, it started at the hippocampus, so it's responsible for making new memories. And because the plaques and tangles slowly destroy this part of the brain, that's why short-term memory loss occurs usually in the first stage of Alzheimer's. Next goes progressively to the front of the brain, which is responsible for logical reasoning. So the proteins destroy the process of logical thoughts. And then next is gonna progress to the top of the brain, which causes hallucinations and paranoia. And next, it progresses to the back of the brain, which proteins will erase the deepest memories. That's why it's so sad for Alzheimer's disease, because the proteins will erase. That's why it causes the long-term memory. And the last one, the proteins will overpower the control sensor that controls the heart rate and the breathing. So it will cause death.
Are there any cures?
So unfortunately, there's no cure.